Welcome back to my channel, Adventures in America. If you're new to my channel, my name is Jocelyn, and for today's topic, I'm going to provide you the latest U.S. immigration news regarding the granting of permanent residency for illegal immigrants. This was announced by the Democrats. Illegal immigrants are going to get a green card. This is based on the latest provisions of the bill. Democrats introduced a legislation that would grant amnesty to illegal immigrants who have been in the country for 7 years. So this is actually an amnesty bill for illegal immigrants. It is called the Renewing Immigration Provisions of the Immigration Act of 1929, which is sponsored by 46 lawmakers and would update a registry in the Immigration and Nationality Act. That registry allows the Homeland Security Secretary to register illegal immigrants for permanent status if they have been in the country since before a certain date. That date was last updated to January 1st of 1972. The latest Democratic bill would update the registry, but instead of setting a firm date would make the eligibility rolling, meaning that illegal immigrants who have been in the country for 7 years would be eligible for legalization and eventual citizenship. So that means that these illegal immigrants who have been in the country for 7 years would eventually be granted U.S. citizenship. The bill was introduced by representatives from California, New York, and Illinois. It has also been backed by a slew of immigration rights organizations and other liberal groups. Democrats had included a provision to update the registry last year when Democrats were proposing amnesty provisions that could potentially be included in a budget reconciliation bill. Such a bill would only need 50 votes in the Senate and therefore not require any Republican support if all Democrats were united. Today, there is renewed hope for millions of immigrants who have lived in our country, formed families, bought homes, and have been part of the communities, sometimes for decades. This bill provides an opportunity to give peace of mind and a legal path for approximately 8 million illegal immigrants. Lofgren, a representative from California, said that for decades, immigrants who contribute significantly to our communities and our economy have been relegated to a legal limbo. I'm proud to join my colleagues in introducing the legislation to provide these immigrants with the stability and certainty they and their families deserve. Updating this historically bipartisan provision to provide lawful permanent resident status to immigrants who have been part of our communities for years will make our immigration system fairer and our country stronger. Republicans, including lawmakers who are typically open to negotiation on immigration matters, have repeatedly ruled out support for amnesty provisions unless there's progress with solving the enormous migrant crisis that has overwhelmed the southern border.
Nearly 200 men, women, and children believed to be fleeing from Haiti packed onto the deck of a small sailboat when they were intercepted by the U.S. Coast Guard near Boca Chica Key in the upper Florida Keys. Their boat spotted after it ran aground in shallow water late Thursday morning. The Coast Guard and Miami-Dade police circling the vessel, tossing life jackets and bottles of water to the migrants on board.
Nearly 180,000 illegal immigrants with criminal records ordered deported from our country are tonight roaming free to threaten peaceful citizens. The number of new illegal immigrant families who have crossed the border so far this year already exceeds the entire total from 2015. They are being released by the tens of thousands into our communities with no regard for the impact on public safety or resources. One such border crosser was released and made his way to Nebraska. There, he ended the life of an innocent young girl named Sarah Root. She was 21 years old and was killed the day after graduating from college with a 4.0 grade point average, #1 in her class. Her killer was then released a second time, and he is now a fugitive from the law. I've met Sarah's beautiful family, but to this administration, their amazing daughter was just one more American life that wasn't worth protecting. No more. One more child to sacrifice on the order and on the altar of open borders.
Top Biden administration officials have backed calls for pathways to citizenship for illegal immigrants already in the country. Homeland Security Secretary Alejandro Mayorkas claimed the border is secure and appeared to push for lawmakers to pass legislation that would include some form of amnesty. There were more than 209,000 migrant encounters in June alone, 79,652 of whom were released into the United States. There have been 1,746,119 total encounters at the southern border, the current fiscal year already eclipsing last fiscal year's historic numbers.
Illegal immigrants are crowding D.C. homeless shelters. She's upset about it. And she claims they're being tricked into hopping on buses to our nation's capital. She's upset about it. Take a look.
This is a very significant issue. We have for sure called on the federal government to work across state lines to prevent people from really being tricked into getting on buses. We think they're largely asylum seekers who are going to final destinations that are not Washington, D.C. I worked with the White House to make sure that FEMA provided a grant to a local organization that is providing services to folks. But I fear that they're being tricked into nationwide bus trips.
If you have any other questions or comments, please post them down below and I will get back to you as soon as I can. Again, thank you guys for supporting my channel. If you haven't liked this video, please give it a big thumbs up. And if you haven't subscribed to my channel, please subscribe and hit that notification bell. I always welcome new subscribers. Thank you guys for supporting my channel. I hope everyone is staying safe and have a great day.